So in this video, ew, there's this one bug. Hey guys, what's up? It's Brandon Lord. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another accounting video. I'm really putting out the accounting content lately, aren't I? Anyways, so for today's video, I'm gonna be going over the differences between public accounting and private accounting. I'm gonna be going over what public accounting is, what private accounting is, similarities and differences between the two, and some pros and cons of both fields. So hopefully from this video, you kind of get a good idea of what you're getting into if you were to go into public or private accounting. And hopefully this video can help you make a decision to see what you want to do. So let's start with public accounting. So in public accounting, the accountants are usually reviewing and verifying financial information, statements, disclosures from their client. They sort of step in as an independent third-party perspective and make sure that the financial statements that a company is putting out is accurate and that it's meeting all the reporting standards and stuff like that. So typically with public accounting, some fields or some jobs you can get into are like auditing, consulting services, tax advisory. Wide-known public accounting firms are typically like the Big Four firms. Now with private accounting, the accountants typically prepare and review financial information, statements, and other documents for a single company that they work for. And that work is typically what's audited by the public accounting firms. So it's kind of like a chain between public and private. The private's preparing the information and all the financial documents that essentially the public will be reviewing. Now let's get into some similarities and differences between the two. One similarity between the two of them is both do have busy times. There's different times of the year where you can find yourself working more hours in both fields. With public accounting, a typical time would be tax season, whereas with private accounting, a typical time would be the end of a financial quarter, which if you've watched my videos in the past, I've talked about a few times how a busy time for me is like month-end closes, but an even busier time is the quarter closes where there's more tasks and more stuff to do. However, though both do have busy times, with public accounting overall, it's a fairly regular work schedule. You're working like a normal 9 to 5, you know, it's not often that you would work any more or really any less. You work in the same office every day, you know, the same building. It's a bit more practical. It's more like a typical business, you know, office type job. Whereas with public accounting, you often have to travel to your different clients' businesses and work in like a room they have in their office for you. Or even with public accounting, you can have your own business. Public accounting is definitely less practical than private accounting, you know, with the travel side alone. I know with friends I have that are in public accounting, they do have an office for whatever company they work for, but they're not really there a lot of the time. Even when it's not busy season, a lot of the time they're traveling to their clients' places of work and working there and analyzing their financial statements and stuff there. Now let's talk about the tasks that public and private accountants have to do. These are typically very different and don't have much similarities. Again, with public accounting, they're testing and analyzing and reviewing all these different financial documents and information from their client to make sure it's accurate before being released to the public. Now, I know with my company, with our auditors, a lot of times like at quarter ends or year ends, they're requesting different asset packages, journal entries, reconciliations that have been reviewed and signed by an internal manager. And they're essentially reviewing and making sure that all the information's accurate and that the journal entry was recorded correctly and makes sense. That like the asset packages have all the financial information and backup they need, and that the reconciliations are all completed and everything ties out. Now with private accounting, they're working with the internal manager in their company they work for to evaluate the cost of the company and evaluate the company's fiscal performance. Private accountants are focused on the management reporting that the public accountants will be reviewing. Now, when it comes to education, both fields require a bachelor's degree in accounting, but with public accounting, you do need your CPA to work there and to also move up in the company. So let's get into the pros and the cons of both public and private accounting. Let's start with the pros of public. So with public accounting, a big pro is you get exposed to all these different industries. You know, with public accounting, you're traveling to different clients and seeing how their businesses are run, and you're getting a look into different industries and seeing how they operate and stuff like that. Promotions also tend to be more frequent with public accounting, which also leads to more money. However, some cons are that it's a very high pressure in public accounting, and there's strict deadlines. Like, there's high pressure to get stuff done and get your reviews done and make sure that the financial information is accurate. There also tends to be longer work hours, and there's not as much consistency because a lot of the time you're traveling more to your clients and you're in a different workspace. Whereas some pros of private accounting can be that it's less stressful, like the work hours are more flexible, tasks aren't as high pressure to get done. Speaking for me, during close, there's high pressure to get stuff done, but during off close, it's a bit more flexible and you have a lot of open time to get stuff done and really space out your tasks. Private accounting is also more consistent. You're going to the same office every day, working relatively the same hours. You also don't need your CPA to reach a management level in private accounting. However, some cons can be that promotions don't come as frequently in private accounting. Trust me, I know. And although it can be consistent, it can also be repetitive, which I've definitely gotten into in quite a few of my other videos. It can kind of be the same thing all the time. There's not really a variety in the tasks that you have to complete all the time. So that's pretty much it for this video. With public and private accounting, it's kind of a prime example of how not all accounting jobs are the same and not all accountants are the same. So it's really up to you as to what would fit best for you and what you're willing to do. With private accounting, it's more of like a typical office job. So if you want something like that, that could be more beneficial for you. Whereas with public accounting, it's not as practical and there can be more travel. So it's essentially what you want to do. What I've noticed is a lot of people might start with public accounting, but then end up in private accounting. You really just have to analyze the costs and benefits and see what's right for you. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it informative, and I hope maybe this could help you at least see the differences between public and private and maybe help you in your decision as to what field you want to join. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye! How? I think I got it.